Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. I know it's a long day, so we're going to make it short. My name is Mohammad Sweidan. I'm the Enterprise Services Manager at Microsoft. So we cover Oman and Bahrain, and we focus on industrial solutions. One of the industries that we are very focused on these years is the utilities industry. That includes electricity and water. So, clicker. Yeah, 1 second. So, and I will start immediately, directly, without an agenda, without anything. So I'm gonna show you a couple of videos. What the technology is, how the technology is actually disrupting the industry. What are the areas, the new areas of technology that can help the industry, either from customer perspective, consumer's perspective, or the utilities industry itself. So can we run the first video, please? Sound.
Problems happen every day. Some of them occur in plain sight, while others happen without you ever knowing it. They never happen when it's convenient, and there's nothing more frustrating than a problem you can't solve on your own. Some problems are worse than others. But what if we can fix these problems before they ever occur? Microsoft and ABB have come together to do just that. Together, we've created a solution that not only monitors the health of ABB chargers, but can predict issues and recommend corrective measures before the customer ever feels the impact. ABB technicians have a holistic view of the entire system at their fingertips. Together, Microsoft and ABB enable users to manage critical real-time data and take action. So customers never have to feel the pain of a problem they can't solve.
So just like a few minutes to show you like what the technology is doing. Actually, this is not HoloLens. The next slide is HoloLens. This is more into predictive maintenance and more into connecting the dots between the supply chain. So that's a very good project that Microsoft did with ABB for the electronic cars that we've been discussing in the morning. So that's actually predicting the problem before it happens, which is more into the power of data and how important it is in these days. So we can run the second slide, please, to show you the other technology. Because it's videos. This
Over
is more
1
into
billion
HoloLens.
people ride elevators each day, which places the industry in a primary role to respond to the challenges of urbanization. ThyssenKrupp's mission is to drive the elevator industry north. We want to do better and want to really push the envelope for what we are doing.
We need to enable our people to use the latest technology possible and available, and HoloLens is such a device where we see potential to serve our customers better.
The introduction of HoloLens to our operations will empower the over 20,000 field service engineers in doing the job better, more efficient. Increasing availability of elevators and escalators makes the job more safe and more fun for our people as well.
The scenario we have developed is really about dispatching a service technician using HoloLens in very different kind of ways.
So as soon as the technician puts on his HoloLens, he already sees, I have a call here, I need to go to this elevator, and then actually sees a 3D picture of the elevator that he's going to work on, and that he can zoom into a part that will offer you also training opportunities.
He goes to the job site prepared, probably better prepared than ever before, because he has the relevant data available to him in the best format possible, and in a variety of ways he can tailor the data towards his need.
The technician, putting on his HoloLens, looking at the elevator, sees the historical notes first, so what has actually happened with this elevator before. He already has all the information right there without having to look for it. It saves a lot of time and a lot of stress and effort.
He gets information on his virtual desktop about the task orders he has to carry out,
The latest safety alerts for that elevator.
He pulls on a 3D replication of that part, pulls it out in an exploded view, and can actually see which part is making the problem.
A major advantage of the HoloLens, of course, is that we are hands-free, and we never had that experience and the capability before.
In the past, the technician needed both of his hands to operate the laptop, and now he just has his HoloLens on.
One of the most important capabilities we see with HoloLens is that we can trigger a remote call to a subject matter expert.
Call Heather.
This is very important.
Hey Jeff, how you doing?
I'm replacing a door board out here, but I kind of want you to check a couple things out.
Okay, let me take a look. Your JP3 is in the right position and your motor leads are disconnected, so you're good to go.
it takes a lot of stress out, it saves a lot of time, and our field tests have shown that there's a huge potential to increase productivity with that. A job which normally takes 1 to 2 hours and maybe ends up with having the expert traveling to the site, we were able to carry it out on the first time in less than 20 minutes. And what we are striving to do at ThyssenKrupp Elevator is really creating new interesting technologies to build the city of tomorrow.
So maybe this is not really relevant to the industry, but it's more into the services on the field. So you can see how the technology is disrupting the services, making sure that the employees are more productive and there is more knowledge sharing between them using the technology. So the last video I will play, please, next. I think this will work. No, the previous one I need. Can we go back? This is about can you play it, please, from your side? Can play it from here, yes. This is a very maybe passion. It touches the emotions of people because this is one of our colleagues that works in Microsoft, and we're going to show you the power of artificial intelligence, how it works, and how it's happening.
I'm Saqib Sheikh. I lost my sight when I was 7, and shortly after that I went to a school for the blind, and that's where I was introduced to talking computers, and that really opened up a whole new world of opportunities. I joined Microsoft 10 years ago as a software engineer. I love making things which improve people's lives. And one of the things I've always dreamt of since I was at university was this idea of something that could tell you at any moment what's going on around you.
I think it's a man jumping in the air doing a trick on a skateboard.
I teamed up with like-minded engineers to make an app which lets you know who and what is around you. It's based on top of the Microsoft Intelligence APIs, which makes it so much easier to make this kind of thing. The app runs on smartphones, but also on the Pivot Head smart glasses. When you're talking to a bigger group, sometimes you can talk and there's no response, and you think, is everyone listening really well, or are they half asleep? And you never know.
I see two faces, 40-year-old man with a beard looking surprised, 20-year-old woman looking happy.
The app can describe the general age and gender of the people around me and what their emotions are, which is incredible.
And I will cut the presentation till here, so because we know we're running out of time. So I wanted to show you, this video is available online. It's available on YouTube. All of the videos are available, so you can search them yourself. And I will run through the slides just to show you how Microsoft is looking into this. Why I started with the 3 slides of the technology, that's just to show you what is the disruption that's happening and how advanced is the technology that's reaching. So nowadays, I'm not going to repeat what has been said during the morning because it's more relevant, that the utility industry is being disrupted by the technology, the new resources of the renewables, all of this. So if you look at today's grid, we're looking at about 77 of energy utilities are looking into digital transformation. So there is a lot of digital transformation projects happening in the industry, in the area, especially here in that area in the GCC. So why they are happening? Because there is a change of the landscape. The customer behavior is changing, the renewables are changing, the security is becoming an issue, like the cyber attacks, the customer involvement, the customer behavior, the customer requirements that are changing every day. So the utility industry, there are trends that are happening these days through IDC and through like Gartner or like many other I would say informative organizations that they can give like these analysis. I'm not going to take a long over here, but we look into like the generation, transmission, distribution, and retail. There is a lot of changes that are happening. Moving from the traditional plants, power plants, into more smart asset building, smart metering, and smart grids. The transmission is changing, and the retail is very important, because one of the points that we have raised today, maybe during the sessions, is that can we have another source of income through utilities? Yes, you can have it by having the right data in the right form, and converting it to more relevant information to the customer that you are using, that you are talking to. So that's our pillars. I'm going to run through it very fast. We focus in our digital transformation in 4 pillars: by empowering by engaging directly with your customers, empowering your employees, optimizing your business and operations, and transforming your products from not only a quality of service, from a cost product to a revenue stream. So there's a lot of information that you can read. I have shared these slides, so I'm not going to talk about them a lot because we don't have a lot of time. However, by engaging with your customer, we're talking about mobility. So you can have more interaction with your customers, giving them some gamifications, because this is one of the new eras in the industry. So the customer you can put a game where they can interact with, so they can understand from knowledge perspective how they can utilize better energy. And at the same time, you can show them how they can minimize the cost of spending that they are spending every month, and how they can save the energy. Empowering your employees, we show one of the examples, the HoloLens, like giving the right technology to the right resources on the field. That helps a lot the employees. And on top of that, you have to give them the right tools to retain them, because that's another challenge in the industry, retaining the right resources, the right skill sets. That's another challenge in the utility industry. So you need to enable the technology that gives the knowledge transfer, and at the same time give them the right tools to have better productivity, even if they are new employees. And optimizing your operations, mainly we're talking about predictive maintenance, looking into the operations, having right data into your hands will help you actually decide on the next projects, or how to consume more power over here or over there. And at the end, transforming your products. So there is a chart, very simple chart. It says like if I am a customer centricity organization, so these are like some of the errors in the industry, in the technology that can be mapped. So I can have more e-commerce, more omni-channels. I can have social media collaboration, big data analytics, and augmented reality, which is the HoloLens. And it goes along the story. So this is like just a very, very quick one. The top utility companies like Enel, EDF, they are actually focusing on a lot of ICT initiatives these years, and I'm sure like our like colleagues from the other industries, they understand this very well. And you are aware, like the vendors that are coming to you, they are showing you like the new eras and technologies. However, these are the results at the end, and that's Ecolab. This is actually a real scenario. We did it on Azure. Microsoft Azure, and actually it focuses on city leaders, workers, and citizens. It gives all of them, based on the data analytics that we have on Azure, the right information to take the right decision. So I'm not going to talk into these slides because I showed you the videos. This is Internet of Things. We show one of the very powerful data analytics tools that ABB with Microsoft are doing. Augmented reality, we do actually mixed reality in Microsoft, not augmented reality. It's more advanced, where you can interact with the people around you, and you can have holograms that you can interact with. And also we have artificial intelligence tools that we have showed you previously. And I wanted to show the last slide. I wanted to mention, like, we have done these projects, artificial intelligence and some of the holograms and analytics in DIWA, in Dubai Electricity and Water Authority. And we can share more information if you like after this session. But it's basically moving, focusing on increasing the people productivity and having more customer engagement and more relevant engagement with them. Our CEO says data is very important. Intelligence of data is very important. You can create your own customer journey through connecting all the dots, either from the generation up to the customer interaction. And at the end, we have lots of scenarios in Microsoft that we have proven in the industry, mapped to the 4 digital transformation pillars. So it begins with a vision that you decide on, and we have a lot of stories, references that we can share with you. That's one of them. The other one, the third one. I'm not going to stay here because all of them is actually focusing on productivity, reducing the cost, and enhancing the customer experience. That's it from my end. And you are inventing what you do. You're not just like taking new initiatives. We don't want to reinvent the technology, the industry. We can have whatever we have right now, and we take it to the next level. And with you, we are happy to support. And thank you so much for your time. And I hope that I did not talk longer than I should take.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you very much. So again, the floor is open for questions.
Ahmed Mazroui, Magan Electricity.
أهلا وسهلا.
You spoke about artificial intelligence, and you spoke about using artificial intelligence in enhancing the productivity of employees or people. Can we take artificial intelligence furthermore than this?
Yes, of course we can take it furthermore. Artificial intelligence is not only related to having like the technology, and it's a complete chain. There is the machine learning behind it, and there is some behaviors. I think Ms. Shada was saying, like Microsoft actually launched one of the artificial intelligence Cortana analytics, and the bad thing that happened, that people actually shut it down, is that it started to use bad words because people were start using bad words. It's actually it's in Arabic. I don't know how to say it in English. سلاح ذو حدين. It has the positive and negative part of it. It shows the powerful technology, how it can learn. So an artificial intelligence, a robot, can learn from you even the bad language. You understand? So that shows the power of the technology. So now we had put some filters, some tools to make sure that it's more relevant. And yes, we can take it to the next level. In DIWA, we have Rammas. It's available right now. You can go to the internet and look at it. There's something called Rammas. In Emirates, the local language, Rammas is someone who talks like to other people, who's a social guy. So we did an artificial intelligence where you can go there, just put your ID or whatever information that you have, and you can have all the data required for you, your bill, your consumption. If you need even to move from one building to another building, it shows you even how the process happens. So artificial intelligence has no limits. It can go up to replacing, I would say, the minor information that you don't want human interaction to have it. So as you said, why I need to send an engineer for a simple problem if I can educate people through artificial intelligence how to fix it? So that's maybe the next era of artificial intelligence. I hope that I answered your questions. Any other questions? Please. Nobody likes Microsoft. No, actually, we're enabler of technology. So, yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed, for your presentation. I'm
Please.
Ahmed Bousaidi from the Research Council. Just a few from your experiences. I don't know if you have some statistics which shows the relation between the implementation of these technologies and the saving costs.
Of course, yes, we have some of them. Actually, maybe in some of them we cannot share the information because it's still classified. But however, we are talking about 30 to 40% of cost saving, especially in the artificial intelligence side. because we did a lot of projects in the banking industry and in other industries, which is more or less service-related industry. And it has a lot of impact on the cost. And we can share with you, if you want, after this, some of the studies that shows actually these cases that I have shared, they has their own ROI, but I couldn't share in the presentation, but I can share it with you after the presentation. But it has more than 30% or 40% of the impact. Smart metering, what you are doing right now as electricity holding company, the project that they are phasing out, actually in the coming 10 years, you will see the saving in the cost, it will drop down. But in the coming maybe 5 to 10 years, it will be stable cost for you because you need, of course, to move from normal metering to another metering. So, but yes, these technologies are actually affecting the cost 100%. And we can share with you the results after the presentation.
Maybe one quick question online. It says, maybe share some challenges you faced in DIWA, which make sensitive chain to process.
Yes, one of the challenges actually we faced with DIWA is the language, the barrier. That was one of the areas that people might use different languages, different text, different, and they might use bad words during their talk. And actually, we faced a couple of challenges at the beginning of that. Then we did the right implementation, and now it can talk up to 65 languages. It is enabled by Urdu, Arabic, English, French, German, and all of you can use it. By the way, you can go to DIWA, just know someone from UAE who has like an ID and check the bot. It's very simple, straightforward, and yes, we face some challenges. But these projects are not like out-of-the-box projects. These projects are phased out projects. It starts with a pilot, then it moves to a real production after a while.
Perfect. I think we'll stop by this. Thank you, Mohammad.
Thank you, guys. شكرا جزيلا.
نماء لرخاء يدوم.